Ladies and gentlemen, the abuse I take care on YouTube is amazing. Um, I First, let's talk about Warren H. I've been in communication directly with Warren H. for the last 28 hours. Now, this morning he was unavailable. He's probably going through some more tests or perhaps even radiation therapy. We got disconnected yesterday because, as you well know, I have been complaining that my internet isn't working. Now it's 10 days since I made the initial complaint to Globe. And when I spoke with the woman yesterday, she said, "Well, oh, sorry, sir, we didn't come to your house last week." I'm going, "But why not?" "Sir, what would you like to make an appointment with us for this week?" I said, "Yeah, I'd like to do that." Talking to these people is like talking to a brick. These people like Globe. So I have an appointment today, the second appointment for this week. And if the internet goes out, that's why, because apparently there's a problem, and there has been a problem with at least 25 people on the block. They don't care. They just don't care. So that's my update with Warren H. We spoke all day yesterday, on and off, the day before, all night. Warren's night, my afternoon. He's in good spirits, looks healthy. He got full color back in his face, lost a lot of weight, which is good for him. And him and I had quite a few laughs. So there's really not much new except that actually it's 80. Today's the 83rd day that Warren has been in the hospital. 83rd day, and he had 3 months of chemotherapy ahead of him when he went into the hospital. And he only had about 4 sessions of chemo, and then he had several sessions of radiology. There were 2 different types of services they were going to provide for Warren. So today's the 83rd day. Now, on a lighter note, because me and Warren, we had some laughs, but on a lighter note, I heard someone who calls himself a famous blogger on YouTube stating that there may have been some angst, but he didn't use that word, angst, in the courtroom itself for the hearing. There may have been. I have to tell you, there may have been, but well within the limits of normal angst that goes in any courtroom on any given day. So it wasn't problematic, as you may have heard. But one thing that you may have heard, I got to tell you, that the man has an imagination that just is off the chart, his imagination. So I saw an upload of a video that I, not by name, but I had a pair of rubber shoes on, and that the rubber shoes were falling apart, and pieces of rubber were actually of the shoe in one. There were so many live streams that went up and down. I'm surprised YouTube didn't say, "Hey, is there a problem here? Is there a problem that you put these up and then you take them down and you put them?" So I heard stories that I had on a pair of Ratty or worn rubber shoes. So let me show you something, but I'm not going to dig through a box that I have outside. But these sneakers, okay, I bought a few weeks ago. I told you I went out and bought new sneakers. I didn't actually tell you that I went out and bought 3 pairs of rubber shoes. I said rubber shoes. I bought 2 pairs in this color, orange. And I never wore these. These, if you have heard stories about the ratty rubber shoes that the other man wore into the courtroom, if you've heard stories about that, these are what has been interpreted about ratty rubber shoes and the fact that I wasn't respecting the court because I wore rubber shoes. Well, next time I go to the court, I'm going to make a video of everybody's feet in the courtroom. I'm just going to do a foot video. And I'm going to show you that rubber shoes, rubber shoes are acceptable. And not only that, I had verbal confirmation as to the fact that I could wear rubber shoes into the courtroom. Not a problem. So, Sasha, welcome to the machine. Let me see who's in the comments section. Welcome. Welcome to the machine, Sasha. Nice to meet you. Wavester, shalom. Shalom back at you, Wavester. Jack Thompson. Wow, we have already 2 members of my Patreon account up and running. So, yeah, I actually asked permission and got a dress code for the courtroom. I mean, the fact that I wore rubber shoes is because, number one, they're comfortable. Number 2, I don't wear shoes. No, I haven't owned a pair of shoes probably since the 1990s. I just wear sneakers and or boots or sandals. So I had shoes before. I even have shoes out in one of the boxes that I could have worn, but they're uncomfortable for me, so I don't wear shoes. But I haven't bought a pair of shoes since the 1990s because I don't go anywhere that shoes are required. If it says shoes are required and I have my old shoes, this is just a personal piece of information. If I have shoes and shoes are required, and I'll wear them. But if I don't, I won't go. I don't care. It's like one of those things. If I would never belong to a club that would invite me to belong to a club. So, Princess Anud, welcome to the machine, Princess. Princess, I want you to know that I get your messages on Facebook. I see. I can't. I don't go to Facebook, Princess. I've been to Facebook. I normally go 45 seconds a month. This month I've been there 3 times for other things, but I can't respond, nor can I help you. And I apologize for not responding. But if I responded, this time I went there this morning, there were 36 or 37 comments because another one came in. I can't respond to the comments on Facebook. I don't do Facebook. I apologize. Yep. Wave Master cancer treatments are money-making industry. For everybody knows that. Everybody believes that the cancer industry, based on chemotherapy, is just to make money. Today he's got 3,000 thumbs down and 2 thumbs up. I can't. I could show you examples, but I can't show you examples. But Jack. One day, I'll send you some information that you'll find funny. Okay, so we addressed. Oh, I'm going to be doing some traveling soon. I'm going to Cebu. I bought a nice. I found this is like when I say I have boxes of stuff. This is some of the stuff that came in the boxes from America. I found my REI backpack, which is a dual zipper backpack. Now, to give you an idea of the quality that REI backpacks used to have, this backpack was made in the late 70s. I bought this backpack. So whatever that makes it, 40 years old. And the zipper is still in prime condition because I put it away without bending it. The strapping is in primo. Now, I probably have worn this on a dozen occasions hiking, day hikes, maybe 1,000 times altogether, and it still looks brand new. And the company that makes it is REI, and they used to have a store in New Rochelle. And when I worked in Mamaroneck for the Dock Builders Union, I used to go there in the 90s a lot. I bought a lot of stuff there. REI had, I don't know about now, but they had some products. I have a pair of socks in a box outside. I bought the socks in the 70s. I forgot the name of the socks. They never wore out. But they don't fit anymore, but they never wore out. So let's see what else is going on. Let's see if I'm still on a live stream. I hear stories. I heard a lot of stories. Now, I heard stories about somebody attempting to present himself as a tough guy. Oh, touched shoes with that guy. I touched shoes with him. I was this close. That's right, you were. So I hear stories about possible bravado on my behalf in the courtroom. And I can assure you that there was no bravado. I guarantee that. What I will assure you is that whilst in the process of the court proceeding or the hearing, it's a hearing, it's not a court trial or anything yet, and it may never get there. But while I was there, I said to the gentleman in charge, look, I apologize if I was a little bit upset. And his response was this, in front of all parties: it's understandable, Mr. Fazio. In this type of a scenario, people's emotions are raised to the point where they express them. That was basically what he said. That's not exactly what he said, but basically he said that in this environment where two people are working, towards a goal, that emotions could run high. Now, that was confirmed later on, and in another jurisdiction of the courts as well. I said, did they get upset that I was a little bit upset? He goes, no, that's pretty normal. So, I mean, you're talking about people that have a goal. Both people have a goal, but I think I handled myself quite well under the circumstances. I mean, everybody went home because had I been outrageous like it was presented in the other famous blogger's video, had I been outlandishly obnoxious as it was insinuated, had I been bold and actually said what I was thinking, well, then maybe I wouldn't have went home. But I was. He says he was a good boy. I was a very good boy. You have no idea. With age, you get mellow with age. That's what they say. It's true. It's true. So everybody went home. I went home happy. Apparently, he went home happy. And that's the important thing, that everybody went home. That's my point of view. But we don't know. John Escape, hello, my friend. Welcome to the machine. Now we have 3 people from my Patreon page. And wow, we definitely have trolls here today. We have 8 thumbs up and 5 down. But most of those will disappear. Wow. I just started noticing the thumbs down and the thumbs up buttons maybe 2 months ago, because Big Kevin always talks about the thumbs up and thumbs down. Welcome to the machine, Jack Thompson, John Escape, and Sasha. And Dennis Adam. Whoa, my God. Oh, my God. Dennis Adam is in the house. Welcome to the machine, Dennis Adam. Dennis Adam is a man. I got to tell you, Sasha. Oh, before I go any further, Sasha, if you're still listening, very sad to hear about your mom. I do know what that's like. I took care of my dad. And I'm glad that you sold the crotch rockets and you're just working on a bigger bike, because Sasha's mom is in the hospital, and Sasha is caring for his mom. He posted that on the Steve Montelli show last night. So when you're caring for somebody and you're doing, Sasha had some very fast motorcycles, 175 plus mile per hour motorcycles. You shouldn't be riding those when you have something else on your mind. So I mentioned to Sasha that maybe you should not ride them, but he had already sold them, knowing that that would probably be a good thing and he wasn't going to get to ride them for a while. But I am sorry to hear about your mom, Sasha. And I'm glad you're not riding those things so fast, those fast little crotch rockets, when you have trouble focusing, when you don't realize that you have trouble focusing, though. You just don't realize that you're having, your mind is drifting. And if you drift when you're going 150 miles an hour, it might be the last time. So we have that. Thank you for the reply last night as well, confirming that you're not riding your motorcycles. I would imagine at any minute this live stream is going to cut off, because, as I mentioned in the beginning, it's 10 days now. I've called up twice to Globe. They were supposed to come Tuesday or Wednesday, but they forgot. And when I complained about it, they go, "Sir, would you like to make another appointment?" I'm going, "Are you going to keep this one?" "Yes, sir, we're going to keep it." But that doesn't mean anything. Globe, the internet in the Philippines, what garbage. What garbage. Jack Tom. Oh, yeah, Jack. Yeah, Flying Circus. Oh my God, Flying Circus. Welcome to the machine, Flying Circus. Without my glasses, I didn't see I saw blue with John Escape. I didn't see you. Wow. Yeah, Flying Circus. He's got a great channel. He definitely has a great channel, Flying Circus. He has. Look, there's a difference between weird and strange. Okay. Some of Flying Circus's videos are weird, which is a good thing. Weird that when people, and certain other bloggers have called me weird. When somebody calls me weird, I just say thank you. And if you go back into the Webster's 20th Unabridged Dictionary, 1963 version, which is the one that I used for 35 years and to write my book with, the definition of the word weird, this is weird, but is the third definition is a godlike spirit entity. So when someone calls you weird, it just means spiritual or godlike. It's the third definition, yet it exists. But here, you want to see something really strange? If you have a 1963 Webster's 20th Unabridged Dictionary, and you go to the page 2001, you are going to find, and I don't remember what the words were, but you're going to find words and definitions for words that have to do with landing on another planet with a spaceship, which almost, it side saddles 2001. That's just a coincidence. But on page 2010, this is what they call a synchronistic event. Carl Jung coined that phrase, synchronistic event. In 2010, they had the return, of course, or the thank you, John Escape. No, they're not going to be any rainbow today. You did that last time. I did really good. I thank you, John. From Michael Fazio and Daisy May. And by the way, not this week, but last week. Super Chat hasn't been big the last couple of weeks, but I did, in fact, give Daisy half of the money, which was a little over 3,000 pesos each, and then and the week before the same. So Daisy does appreciate it, and if she runs out of money and I don't get any Super Chat, that's not going to be a complication. But thank you, John. So digressing back to the year, to the movie 2010, is when Earth sent another spaceship to Ios. I think the moon was Ios, and to find out what happened to the first spaceship. And then that's when the return, it was basically the return, and that's when the monolith, became energy and blah, blah, blah. A lot of things happened. But on the page 2010 in the Webster's 20th Unabridged Dictionary, 1963 version is about a spaceship returning to a planet. And while I was reading the dictionary, I used to read it from front cover to back cover, every word, every comma, every period, every sentence, every footnote, when it tells you see reference and it referenced something else, I would stop reading where I was and go to the reference. Then I come back to the page. And that's where a lot of my understanding of words comes from, and the ability to read. I also read the Encyclopedia Britannica hardcover from cover to cover. Now, the dictionary cover to cover, sometimes I would start it. It would take about a year and a half to read it, but I would, when I got to the end, plus when I got to the end, I'd go back to the beginning. So I probably read the dictionary, I'm thinking 5-6 times, cover to cover, because I've had the dictionary since April of 1974. I bought it in the city on 79th Street and First Avenue in a junk shop for about $10. When I was done with it, I could have took it and stored it, but I knew I was moving to the Philippines. Probably the one book I threw out that I wish I didn't, but it's this thick, it's this wide, and it's like, it's a full 8.5 by 11.5 inch by 5 inch thick book. The binding was just gone. The covers just sat up on the top and the bottom. There wasn't much of it left. There was a lot of pages that I don't think there was a ripped page in it, but the pages were worn from me going through it on a regular basis. So, yeah, baby. Cast. John Escape. Oh, yeah, Flying Circus. Some boring videos that... Okay, so Flying Circus, just to digress before we go to John's comment. Flying Circus has some great uploads. He has some weird uploads, which are very good, but with hitting meetings, like he said, but he has some strange stuff on there too. There's a guy, okay, if you want to see I guess this is not the other side of life, man. It's the other side of life. If you want to see that part of life, where there's a man who claims he was a motorcycle rider, and he has, the jackets with the insignias of whatever club he belongs to. 25 years he rode in the same club. Now, I have no reason not to believe him. However, apparently, he presents himself as being gay. And he sings songs about stories about gay people. Let's leave it like that. Now, and Flying Circus has those videos up on his channel. Now, it's all age restricted, so it's not a problem that he has them there. But so the man, he's also very creative, this guy. So he was a motorcycle rider in a club. He presents himself as being gay, but he's never said it, but he presents himself like that because of his stories. He's very creative. He makes things, artwork, and things that you hang around your aliens. He makes them out of some really strange, that strange is the right word, really strange base products. But he doesn't just make the products and say, here, look what I made. No. He actually shows you on the stove how he makes these things. So first he gets a shot glass and he fills it up with a particular type of fluid, bodily fluid. And then he mixes it in with some gelatin, and then he cooks it, and then he puts it in a mold. I'm looking at this. I'm going to watch this one time. I'm never going to watch it again. It's the kind of video that you hope that when you're dying, this isn't your last memory, because you'll never forget it. You go to Flying Circus's channel and check out the name of the video is called Spur, S-P-E-R, Spurnips. Flying Circus, you can put the name down. If you want, you can put the name in the link of the video. You're a moderator. You can put the video link and the, but remember, it's age restricted. So that's strange. Now, weird would be, if the guy was making, frozen popsicles with, Kool-Aid or something. But this guy is strange. So anyway, and he dances. This guy, he puts on little panties, and he dances with a little push-up bra. And I'm going to say that he has. I would estimate he has about. I'm thinking 12 or 13, maybe 14 teeth. It's hard to see because there's a lot of darkness in there. And he smiles a lot too. Sometimes he puts gold foil over the teeth so he looks like Jaws. Flying Circus has some really, really interesting, crazy. That's weird, strange, and he has weird stuff up there too. But strange, Flying Circus. Weird, Flying Circus. Normal, Michael Fazio. So, cast 2010. Okay, that's the cast of 2000. 2001 were different people, but 2010. Roy Scheider as Haywood Floyd, John Lithgow as Walter Kurnow, Helen Mirren as Tanya Kerbuck, Bob Balaban as R. Rain, as the voice of HAL 9000. Well, thanks for posting that. Yeah, I don't know the names of. I only know Roy Scheider because of that great movie he made with the helicopter. That's when I learned what FUBOB means, and the other movie Jaws. Although he's made a lot of great movies. Yeah, that actually is a good comment, because Hal had almost, John Escape says, Hal says, will I dream, when he was being unplugged, shut down. Because in theory, he almost or did become a sanctioned being, a sanctioned robot. One thing I find amazing, now this is something, my opinion, and it's a fact too. Yeah, Jack, the guy, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, they have, one has hair and the other one doesn't. So the I've lost my train. Thanks, Jack. I lost my train of thought. Where the heck was I? Where was I? Anyway, be prepared if the internet cuts out. They'll cut the internet wires off at the pole and check over there first. So where was I? I just lost my train of thought. I don't lose my train of thought a lot, but that was funny, Jack. Hello, Brandon. Canol Carpata. I'm for some reason I'm able to see okay today. Can somebody remind me where I was going, please? Okay, so Flying Circus posted the link to his channel. I don't know which video it was. Oh, I know what I was saying. Sometimes you just can't get something out of your head, like a song that goes on for days, right? But that video, Spurnips, you're only going to have to watch it once, and you will remember every detail in the video. It is so bizarre. It's like watching something from another world. It's not the other side of life, but it's the other side of life. It is bizarre, strange. And Flying Circus, I don't know where he gets this stuff from, but it is. I would never have run across the video like that by accident based on the videos that I watch. If you want to see what I watch, I'll show you what I watch. All right, when you go to YouTube Premium, the videos that will come up in my window will be about fish, aquariums. That's strange. It has my own update on that. The videos that come up in my uploads are coral reef aquarium, narcissists. I've been doing a lot of research on narcissists. That's some kind of sci-fi movie. I watched this movie yesterday, Amazing Metal Bending. They bend sheets of steel. This is another video about narcissists. In this video, they roll sheets of steel, Pink Floyd, and then something about some virus. Okay, but I didn't watch that. But he's a member of. I subscribe to his channel, and this is breaking news. I don't watch that stuff at all. And then I don't watch any. I watched this. I watched this video yesterday. This is another incredible video. How they make armatures, and how they put the windings in armatures. The machine is kind of like a sewing machine. No. There's a sewing machine that binds up the armatures, the windings on the armatures at the end, and then they put Gliptol. They fill the hollow cavities where the windings are with Gliptol. It's like a Gliptol product. It turns into a hard plastic. That was an amazing video. That how they put the process of putting the windings and how they make the field windings on the outer shell and put the windings in the armature itself. But this video, bending steel, oh God, watch the steel they bend in this. This is the kind of stuff that I watch, and people, I'll spend, an hour a day. When I want to relax, this is what I watch. So let's see if we could find one of the big machines bending. Okay, this is a big bend that they're going to have if the video loads. You can see my data. So look at the size of this piece of steel. This is probably, well, I'll tell you exactly how big that piece of steel is. Okay. Now, see this? You see this ladder here? The ladder is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16 feet. Now, the steel is not 16 feet, but they can bend a piece of 2-inch steel 16 or 20-foot circle. I just love this kind of stuff. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that when you watch it, you say, you know, it's just hard to believe that we have such great technology, and so does the rest of the world. But this is the kind of video that I like to watch. Spurnips was a one-off type of a thing, and I won't ever have. I could, if I was, someone said to me, how does Spurnips work and what are they? And I could pretty much tell you, I could give you the gist of Spurnips, no problem. And I'll tell you that when I saw the second upload of Spurnips, that was never going to watch that. Was never going to watch it. So, again, I watched it once. That's enough. Like I said, you got to pray that you don't remember that kind of a video or event on your with your last dying breath. That would really be bad. So that happens sometimes, Dennis Adam. Let me just post this link 3 times. This is about the sheets of metal that they're bending are 2.5-inch thick. So I mean, when you drive over a street plate, what is known as a street plate, when they drive, the ones they put over the big holes in New York City or anywhere, and you could drive a crane over it or anything you can put over it. That's the steel is only like 1.5 inches or 1.5. The sheets of steel they're bending in that video are 2.5 inches thick, and some of them are 16, 18, 20 feet in diameter. I saw other videos with bigger ones than that are in this. Just a different, same company, different video. Dennis Adam, who makes videos, by the way. So he's a video content creator. And anybody out there, and it's winter in America, anybody out there that's going to watch this video that utilizes a coal stove, COAL, coal stove, and you want to know how to properly stoke it and clean it out and how to put the actual coal into the stove, because there's a way that works better than another way. And Dennis Adams seems to have provided perfection in the way that he puts the coal in the stove. He doesn't leave an exact 2-inch layer or 3-inch layer of coal that's burning. Along the back of the stove and the side panels, front, left, and right, he puts more coal. And that stops the air from going up around outside the coal and burning it from the outside towards the inside too fast. So now, if anybody had a coal stove and doesn't know how to use one, Dennis Adams has some great videos up about coal stoves and how to put the coal in the stove. Because every you just say, I'm going to throw some coal on the stove. There's more to it than that. And then he shows you how much more he puts in the back. I don't know if some of the videos has exactly like another. Depends on the size of your stove, how thick the base is. But it tells you how long the coal will last and what the temperature of the weather is. So he has a great channel for coal stoves. Now, going to need my glasses for this one. Dennis Adams says for almost 2 years after he went deaf and before he had his cochlear implants, he could not get the Gilligan Island theme song out of his head. It was driving him crazy. Yeah, well, that happens. That happens. That's funny. Gilligan's Island. I like Gilligan's Island, but I don't think I'd want to listen to the song inside my head. So digressing back, we have a carpenter who's an expert carpenter who builds log cabins, Jack Thompson. We have John Escape. Those two men are members of my parent community. Thank you. John Escape. I can't tell you what John does. I promise not to tell. But he has a really cool job. Flying circus. I don't know what flying circus does. And I never asked. Who else? Dennis Adam. Dennis Adam is retired, but he was a hardworking, industrious man. And Sasha, we do know what Sasha is. He's another member of my Patreon community. Sasha owns a tow truck company that runs from Florida to Maine and back along 95 along the East Coast. And he can transport anything up to 38 feet long. And I don't know, and probably 20 tons. Probably because he can transport a 38-foot boat, but I'm sure he has trucks that'll transport 20 tons. That's not a lot. That's just a mid-range excavator. So Sasha can move cars, vans, trucks, or boats up and down the East Coast. So I really came on here because I was told that I wore a pair of ratty rubber shoes to the courtroom. I heard stories. I wasn't told. Had somebody told me that while I was in court, probably would have given a closer look. Look at the sneakers. Look, they're brand new. Now, these sneakers are, in fact, brand new. I mean, the first day I wore this pair was to the courthouse. So when you hear stories about what occurred in the courthouse and what I was wearing to the courthouse and how I disrespected the courthouse by wearing a pair of rubber shoes, these are the rubber shoes. And then, which I had bought with these rubber shoes. So I have two pairs of these. I bought 3 pairs on the same day. And I bought Daisy 2 pairs. So these are the Ratty rubber shoes. And these are Sundugo sneakers. I buy them because they're made in the Philippines. And I buy them because they're only $40 a pair. You want to buy a pair of name brand sneakers in the Philippines, you're looking at for a comparable shoe to this in Nike. This is a water shoe. You could get it wet and it'll be dry. Your feet will be dry in an hour walking around. It has it's not a fabric. It's a netting, and then the inner soles are antifungal soles. But you can go into. I have another pair over here that I've been wearing for 3 years. Daisy did the sewing job. These are 3 years old, and I wear them to the beach, and this is what I go swimming with. So they work just fine for water. So Sundugas. But anyway, I buy them because if you want to buy a pair of Nike sneakers, that's another thing. If you're moving to the Phil, you're welcome, Sasha. So everybody thinks of Warren. That's true. You want to come to the Philippines, you want to bring your own sneakers. I don't know about shoes because, like I said, I don't wear them. Sasha says, I bought new Nikes for myself and my Pinoy in the mall for $28 US a pair. Well, you might, I don't know what it might say Nike on it, but I mean, if you want to buy Nike water shoes, the best site to get sports shoes that I found is where I bought this bag, REI, just 3 letters, REI Sports. And they have stores in Florida, and they have stores in New Rochelle, New York, and several other located around the United States. But in 40 years of buying stuff from this company, all their products are made in China or Taiwan, but it's the highest quality material that you can buy in China or Taiwan. Now, this bag is 40 plus years old, and it still works, and it's still in good condition. I wash it after each trip that I go on, and I will be going to Cebu next week. I have a few things to do there, and that's why I washed it this week. I just took it out of a box. And these pants, I had them repaired, but these are also from REI. I used to buy my pants 10 pairs at a time, or 12 pairs, or 15 pairs. If they were on sale, I'd buy 5 in each color. And these are called X Officio. And these are sports pants that you can wear in the water. It's a water pants, and it's like a nylon mesh membrane, and the water dries off of these pants when you come out of the ocean in a matter of a few minutes. Now, these pants I bought in the 1990s when I first bought my house. So that was in 1999 or 98, 99. The house in Key Largo. So those pants were bought in 1999. So you're talking about 20 years old. Those pants are 20 years old. Now, I didn't wear them for 20 years because pretty sure I bought 5 charcoal, 5 black, and 5 of that beige color. And then I have these pants that I have on that I bought 5 of these, but it's a different brand. So I bought 20 pairs of shorts back in 1999 when I first bought my house, because I was a resident of the Florida Keys, so I bought shorts, and I would buy my goods somewhere between November and January, the summer goods from the previous summer. So the shorts that were $49 would go down to $32. Now buy 15 pairs, whatever that comes out to. 15 times 30 is $450. And then the shoes that were normally $80 would go down to $40, and I'd buy 10 pairs of shoes. So the sneakers I brought to the Philippines, probably bought those in 2001 or 2002. But the ones from 1999, when I first moved into the house, those were work sneakers. Those were a different kind of sneaker. But those I just threw out I gave my brother the last pair of those when I was packing for the Philippines in 2013, when I had from my house in New York. And I stopped by my brother. I says, I found a new pair of sneakers. I just don't have room to put them in my suitcases. You want these? He goes, nah, I don't want those. I'm going, Tommy, these are really comfortable. And he goes, okay. So he took them, and then my other brother, Jimmy, he goes, well, you got any more? And I'm going, no, I don't have any more sneakers. So when he still wears them. I saw him wearing them when I went back to New York. I saw him, and I said, "Just look at those sneakers." He goes, "Those are my house sneakers." I said, "Can I have them back?" He goes, "No." I said, "All right." And we said hello, and he's doing real well. He's living in Florida now, and he retired to a community called the Villages. the villages. You want to see, if you are in America and you don't want to buy a house and you're over 50 years old, I got to tell you, man, I won't tell you what he paid for his house, but I will tell you that the villages is a retirement community, so you can't have children under a certain age, number one. Number two, let's say you play golf. And I don't know anything about golf prices, so I'm going to make this stuff up. But if you're a golfer, I think each person for the day, it costs $100 to $200 for golf fees. Someone wants to put it up on the screen. Go ahead. Uptown CDO. You bought them in CDO. Okay. Well, that might be possible, but I looked at sneakers, Sasha, that were Nikes were 8,000 to 12,000 pesos per pair for the ones I wanted. So you could probably, but the Sindugos are 2,200 pesos per pair. That's been the same price for like 6 years. So anyway, he bought a house in the villages, and he's a golfer. He loves to golf. That's what he does. And it's only fresh water on the property. There's no ocean access. But if you pay initially when you buy the house or when you become a member of the sports society, you give them $9,999 for your fees. That covers everything on the property. Now, the property is 10 miles wide and 20 or 25 miles long. It's the whole of the west coast part of Florida. It's part of the entire west coast of Florida. And if you want to rent a boat, let's say you want to rent a pontoon boat and have a party on it, you can't go swimming in the water. It's fresh water, and there are alligators and crocodiles in the water. Don't make any mistake. You can't go swimming. You could go swimming, but you might not, get out of the water. Or you could go water skiing, but might hit a crocodile or an alligator. Not a joke, man. These are lakes that are, miles long, half a mile, 3/4 of a mile long. But anyway, if you want to rent a pontoon boat in this, it's called the Cooperation. And he was explaining to me that when you buy the house, you give them an extra $10,000. And then he bought a golf cart that looks like what his job used to do. And you drive around on the property in a golf cart. Now, if you get drunk on the property, fall down, knock out, just fall down drunk, and you fall off your golf cart and they find you sleeping on the side of the road and the golf cart has the key in it, private community, they don't care. Only care if you get into an accident and you're drunk. So you can drink and drive on the property. And like I said, it's 20 miles, something like 20 miles long. Well, their property is 20 miles long, and they've developed 15 by 10 miles of it. So you want to rent a boat. Now, what would it cost you to rent a boat in Key Largo, which going out to the ocean? It would cost you $350 plus gas for 6 hours. So it's about $60 an hour plus gas. But in the villages, after you give them your $10,000 deposit and you want to rent a boat, you just tell them the day that you want the boat ready. Now, it could be a speedboat, a ski boat, or a pontoon boat. And they tell you if it's available or not, and then you can make your plans. And on that day, that boat's going to be available with a full tank of gas. And you use the boat. Now, if you take it for 1, 2, or 3 days, it doesn't matter. You use the boat, and either you fill it back up with gas or they will. And there's no charge for the boat. You only pay for the gas and the cleaning of the boat. So you already saved $300. Now, if you're not, and there's fish in the lake, you can go fishing. So, and he loves boats. You could have a jet ski there as well. but you can use one of their jet skis. You don't pay anything on this place. It's pretty cool. And then, but if you want to go golfing, say a golf for 18 holes, I'm guessing say it's 18 holes, it's $200 for the fees for the day. If you have your own golf clubs, you just tell them you want to play golf on a certain day. You just go play. There's no fees involved. Nothing. Zero. It's free. So if you're an avid golfer and you go 2 or 3 times a week, you'll save $600-700 a week on golf fees. So anyway, that's where he moved to. He's very happy there. And I probably won't see him I don't have to go back to the States for another year and a half, 2.5 years. So I'll probably stop by and say hello to him in Florida. And then I'll also stop by my friend Carl's house in Florida. Jimmy, he loves New York. He's not moving from New York. And it's just that simple. He loves it there. But anyway, those shorts. So I gave him a pair of sneakers in 2013. Those are his house shoes. He doesn't wear them outside, he told me, but it's only in Florida, and he still has them. Those are like, his comfy sneakers. So the REI sells some really good products. I'm gonna put the link up for REI for you guys. Then I'm gonna end the live stream. After that, if it's still on, I don't know. I'm not on that page. Okay, so I'm going to Google REI sports equipment. So those shorts that I told you, I've told you this before, it ripped on getting out of a tricycle, the short, and then I just had them repaired with an extra piece of fabric. You can see the two-tone there. It was 150 pesos to put the piece of industrial grade fabric on there. So let's go here. REI.com outdoor clothing. Okay. All right. I don't know why it keeps wanting to send me to different pages. All right. Let's just go. Let's go REI. I'm going to put down water shoes. WATERSHOES. Water shoes. Okay. And then it's going to bring it to, now they used to be less $80 water shoes. And they used to be $80 when I went online in New York last April or March. When I went online, they were $109 for the Solomon, for the heavy-duty Solomon sneakers. Solomon is the name of the better water shoe. There are different types. This is just like a rubber water shoe for if you're going to be walking on the beach, or even if you're going to go scuba diving. You put these inside your boots. But these are the Merrells. Okay, they're starting to get expensive. You go to Merrell, see, now that would be a good time to buy these Merrells. But this is a better shoe. This Merrell shoe is a better shoe than this Solomon shoe. Now I have both. I have Merrells in a box outside that are also my work shoes. I didn't know which one to buy. But this one here that has the strap going around the back, it has a tendency for the strap to loosen up after a while. The binding loosens up. They went from 95 to 46 because this is winter. So for $46, you can sew this strap in a particular spot. Now, the reason I buy this sneaker or this sneaker, there's really 3 reasons. One, that they go on sale. Solomon and Merrell's both go on sale. That's number 1. 2, you can wear them religiously. Now, the Solomon sneakers make the Sandugos look like garbage, and the Merrells make the Sandugos like garbage. Solomon sneakers will last me every day walking on the sneaker, probably 2 years, maybe 3, in construction on site. The Merrell's about the same thing. Don't last with me on a construction site here in the Philippines. I'm lucky if I get 6 months out of them before I have to sew the sole back up. But the reason I buy those 2 brands, and only those 2 brands, and Solomon, and only Solomon's, is because of this little feature here. It's a quick lock binding. Okay, so this is, there's no shoelaces. So this little binding here is, you just pull this binding like this. Let me make sure you can see what I see. Okay, yeah, you just pull this binding like this, and it just slides right down towards the sneaker, and it locks up on your ankle, and then when you want, it won't unbind. Sometimes these break, but what you have to do is just push this little button. Right, there's a little button on there. You push that little button, and it just comes right back to where, you know, it releases. So this saves you the trouble of tying shoelaces and replacing shoelaces. Because one thing I will tell you about the Solomons, the Merrells, and the Sundugos is, I have never one time ever, this nylon cord that they use never has a cord ever broken ever in 30 years that I'm wearing these sneakers. And these bindings like this, sometimes the Sundugos, they break. But I take the binding from the old shoelaces from a pair of Solomons or Merrells that I have a whole box of these bindings. And I'll take the binding off of one of those old shoelaces and I'll put it on these shoelaces. And instead of having a crushed plastic like this, I just melt the ends together, and this works just fine. But if you wanted to buy a pair of Solomon quality shoes, but not Solomon's, in water shoes in the Philippines, you're looking at least 12,000 or 13,000 pesos. And they have them. They do have them. With the first shoe that they have, besides Solomon, with this binding, this is 2,200 pesos for these Ratty shoes that I wore to the courthouse, according to a very famous blogger. The first is the Solomon, and they don't sell these so much in the mall as they'd have a Solomon store. I mean, a Sundugo store. It's when you go to the BQ Mall in Tagbilaran, you go to McDonald's. Everything is based on McDonald's in this video. Go to McDonald's at the BQ Mall and stand in front of the door and stand looking across the main road. And you're going to see the store about 400 feet away on the corner is the Sundugo sneaker store. Now, they have 2,200 pesos now. Sometimes they go down to 1,200 pesos when they get next year's in. If you catch them on that day, you can buy these shoes for 1,200 pesos. So after this brand with this binding at 2,200 pesos in the mall, if you want this binding again, you're looking at 12,000 pesos or $240. I'm not lying to you. Maybe I'll make a video next time. $240 they want for a pair of sneakers. Good quality. It looks like it, but I'll never know. Unless one of those other famous bloggers will buy a pair and, you know, comment on them. But he doesn't wear rubber shoes. At least not to the courthouse. Anyway, you never know. He might got a lot of, you know, he very active man in the community, does a lot of power walking up and down the beach and exercising, a lot of exercise, a lot of power walking, a lot of dancing, very good at dancing. I didn't see him do any dancing when I was there. I should have asked him if he wanted to dance, you know, kept saying that he wanted to dance and we're going to dance, bada 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 bing bada boom, bada bing bada boom. Warren, hey buddy, wow, good to see you. Oh my God, my buddy Warren is back. Oh Warren, well, as you well know, I've been calling you since I got up this morning. I got up late. I've been working, as you know. Yeah, that's good. Somebody grab that. See if maybe somebody could grab that from me. I don't know how to do that stuff. Sasha, sorry, Sasha. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, bye-bye, Sasha. Good luck with your mom. All right, so let's go through the comments. I was going to end the live stream, but that thought is over now. We're gonna let everybody experience Warren, and Warren get to say hello to everybody. I can't do anything about what he says. All I can say is that when he was complaining about my ratty rubber shoes, and there was pieces of rubber sticking out of the shoes that I wore to the courtroom. These shoes, the first time I ever wore these shoes, I have this pair over here that has been worn, I don't know, 3 or 4 times to the city. But these came out of a box, well, out of a bag. So these were only worn the day I went to court. And this is the explanation that you hear that other gentleman talking, that I wore a pair of rubber shoes with rubber sticking out of the side of the shoes. This is the rubber shoes that I wore with rubber sticking out of the side of the shoes. But I guess we look at things from a different point of view. Now, so those are the ratty rubber shoes. So just to give you an idea how his mind works, he sees a brand new, and I disrespected the court by wearing these, although I had permission from the court from the week before. When I asked about the dress code, they said you can wear sneakers as long as they're presentable. The word was presentable, not new, not Sandugos, just presentable sneakers. So I got permission from the court, and that got twisted up that I disrespected the court and wore a pair of ratty rubber shoes to the court. So you could understand that the mindset of the individual making the statements saying that these are ratty rubber shoes, if he's not being able to see or understand that these are brand new and nice sneakers, calls them rubber shoes ratty. If he's not able to see that, what else does he not comprehend? Don't answer that. I don't want to get in trouble. All right, so, my friend Warren. All right. So Warren saying he's what is that word? Spat. It's not spat. Scat. 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 He's scatting on me. Scatting on me again. Like I said, he can't control himself. Ed Lippett, big shout out to Ed Lippett. Okay, United States Air Force veteran, but forget all of that, although that's pretty damn impressive. Ed Lippett is a man's man. Now, I heard the other guy talking about Mr. Lippett, calling him Limpet or something like that. I got to tell you, Ed, he was ripping on you. He was ripping on me, making fun of your name, making fun of the way you look, as if that's important. And he went on for 15 minutes in a video that he took down, but about the way you look and how he got on your subject was, I'll give you, oh, look how, this is the other guy. Look, I look good for my age. I look real good. Don't I, honey? Yeah, you're not, you don't act your age. Yeah. And then he goes like this. He goes, yeah, I don't look anything like Ed Limpet. And I'm going, where did Ed Limpet, well, it's Ed Limpet, but why did he bring you up? He made a comparison between the way you look and the way he looks, and that he believes you're both about the same age. He had to destroy, ridicule, mock, malign, disable, or commit slander on somebody, and it was you. And that was just like right after you and I communicated with each other on Facebook. We said hello, and I'm sure he's not aware of that, but I mean, that who my friends are on Facebook. A lot of my friends are private, but he ridiculed you for, I'm talking a good 5 minutes. He compared his face to your face and your height to his height. And he was comparing other things, but I only just went to see what was up. I don't think I watched the whole video. Once he started, it's a lost cause. Anyway, Ed Limpet is saying hello to Warren. Don't say what he's talking about. Somebody just try to grab it and then send me a link. I'll look at it later. Warren H. Jack Thompson, can you see my comments on this live stream? All right, Warren H. is asking Jack Thompson, can you see my comments on this live stream? And Jack Thompson says, no, I can't see your comments, brother. We are both permanently blocked. Oh, on his live stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you guys are blocked. I'm blocked, you're blocked. John Escape says hello to Warren. Warren's saying hello to John Escape, Dennis Adam. Yeah, maybe somebody could look into getting an electronic image of that rant. I would like to see that later on. I'm not going to stop the live stream. He's not that important. I won't stop the live stream to go to his channel. So John Escape is asking, Sir Warren, John Escape Warren has been giving you a lot of prayers. If prayers were working, you know how I feel about the universe and the spirit world. I believe in the power of positive thinking, and I certainly agree with people that pray. I can tell you whether or not I don't believe in the fictitious God of the Bible, but I will tell you this. When you wake up in the morning and you pray, even just pray to stay focused, or pray that you get one thing done during the course of the day. Pray that you don't get hurt. You can pray and believe in a higher power helping you, assisting you. But if you pray during the day for the energy to do many things, you will be more energetic that day than if you don't pray the next day or the day before. It has maybe a hypnotic effect, maybe it's an actual energy of spirit effect, but either way, if you pray, your life changes. Now, you can't pray for everything, otherwise everybody would be a lotto winner. Or, good morning, Ed Lippett. All right. Wow, like today I could see I can see the comments on the screen, but what I have done, tell you right now, I'm not going to show you my foot because then it'll get flagged from the other guy. Every video gets flagged. Every live stream gets flagged. Every video gets flagged. And then but I haven't had any problems. But soon as I put in my request for the videos to be remonetized, they get remonetized usually within 15 or 20 minutes, but they get flagged every day. So, yeah, and I feel the same way. But I don't, I rather have somebody else send me a link that I can review. I don't even like to give them the view either. But I do, you know, sometimes I need, sometimes I need to do that. Okay. Paige, hi, welcome to the machine. Thank you for stopping by, Dr. Paige, hi, and saying hello to Warren. We have, everybody loves Warren. And Warren, I have, if you think you're going to be available after this, if you want to rest, I can talk to you later, but I have a story to tell you. Okay. All right. In fact, you just answered my question. So 1:30 your time. Okay. I'll see you after that. I'll leave Skype on because when I'm done, I'm actually waiting for the, I don't know why it's working. My computer hasn't stayed on the internet this long in days, 10 days. The last live stream it stayed on. So, but I have Skype off. If I turn Skype on, the computer will just say no internet connection. Yep. Yes, Jack, I do. I have Brutally Lauren blocked. And I almost forgot why I have a block. But I remember it was a good reason for me. And there's no reason for me to unblock her. I mean, you guys are welcome to go to anybody's channel that you want. But typically, if I block somebody, like Heminger, the world's most disgusting troll of a human being, okay, the things he says about people's wives and girlfriends is just uncalled for. He'll never get unblocked. Plus, he's a total psychopath when it comes to he'll be good for an hour or a day or 2 days on your channel, and then he goes to another channel and then cuts the wood out from underneath your ladder. He doesn't have any respect for anybody. He'll be good for an hour or so on your channel. Oh, I promise it'll never happen again. And 3 hours later, it's happening again. He will never get unblocked. And for whatever Brutally Lauren did, hopefully I'll remember before the end of the live stream, she's blocked and she's not coming back. Plus, I don't, it ain't going to happen. But if you want to go to her channel and if she's watching, you're welcome to, you know, once I block somebody, if there's, and I can't even remember because I don't dwell on what it was. I just know she did it. And that's all I need to, if I block somebody, it was for my, if I went through the trouble of blocking you, pretty rest assured you're going to stay blocked. There's only 2 or 3 people I've ever unblocked, and I don't ever plan on changing anymore. Maybe that'll happen. I know what she did. I know exactly what she did. I'll tell you what she did. This is what you meet on YouTube. I sent out a request for videos directly to her by posting my query and my need for a certain piece of information in one of her older videos, and she never responded. Then, I won't say other people's names. Then my friend, my good friend, not Warren, but another friend of mine, he has her telephone number and her email address in real life, and he requested the same piece of information from her for me. And it was regarding the girl called Nika. So she is certainly Nika's friend, and presented herself to be Nika's friend. Okay, so now we have established that Brutally Lauren is Nika's friend, and they're friends on through email and however other correspondence, I don't know. But I needed Nika's personal telephone number to talk to Nika. I wanted to talk to her from the Philippines. And somebody else was interested in talking to her too. A man of authority wanted to question her about something, see if that they could help her in some way or another. And Brutally Lauren didn't respond to myself, and whatever response there was to the other party was, no, I don't have Nika's personal information. Although she made videos saying that she had Nika's personal information and that she's friends with her. So she didn't help me out when I had a need for assistance. She did not help me. And then she lied about whether or not she had the information. So there's 2 or 3 things that you should know about me. When you lie to me, pretty much I'm done talking to you. And I don't care if I know you for a day, a month, a year, or 10 years. When everybody knew she was friends with Nika, and she lied. I have no use whatsoever. She admitted on social media, stated friends, this, that, and the other thing. There's no doubt that she was Nika's friend. And then when she said to me, no, I don't have that information, she lied. And the same thing with that other creep in Texas. Same thing. He said, no, he's never coming back either. So there's a lot of people on YouTube that want to be tough guys, and they want to be big mouths, and they want to present themselves as such. Got to tell you, in real life, all that stuff diminishes to next to nothing. I could tell you a story, what happened the night I got home from court, but it's a funny story. Probably this is a bad time and not the right venue, but didn't really concern me too much until the very end. But a truck came down the block and ripped the power lines off the pole, and the neighbor came over. One of the neighbors came over. It was like 8 o'clock at night. I'm not going to tell you what I said or what they said, but one of the neighbors came over and said, we're going to throw a ladder up on your roof, and we're going to run the wire across your house, my house where I live here, because when the truck ripped it off the pole, there wasn't enough slack in the wire to put the wire back together. They couldn't pull the wire. It was like it's 100-foot of wire. They couldn't pull it together and put it together. And I said, okay, you can do that, but you're going to have to wait till morning, because it's at night. I don't want anybody up on the roof. If they fall off, I don't have insurance. No, we're going to go up there now. No, I don't think so. You're not going up there now. But we have no electric. You know, what does that have to do with me? Exactly. What does that have to do with me? I didn't knock the wire down, so I'm not responsible to fix it. And number 2, the wire goes down the block this way to a pole that, like, you know, where I could see the pole about 60 feet away from me. And then it made a right and went across to his house, her house. And so now they want to take the wire and run it directly over my house, where I go up there and do work, you know, or I have lumber and stuff, whatever I want to do up there. I want to watch the ocean. So now he wants to run a wire right across the top of my house. It's not, I don't really want you to run that wire across the top of my house. Well, we have no power. I'm going, tomorrow call up Vehicle Electric and have them fix it. No, I'm going to do it now. I said, no, you're not going to do it now. I guarantee you're not going to do it now. Yeah, we're going to. Okay. Let me put my sneakers on. I'll come out there and we'll introduce ourselves properly. But by the time I got outside, Vehicle Power came. Apparently the truck does emergency calls. And he asked me if he could run the wire across the top of my house. And I said, I don't really want you to do that. want you to put the wire back on the pole where it came from. He goes, why? I said, because I work in the yard, and if I go up on the roof, I don't want to be near a power wire. And that's the truth. And plus, why are you putting it over my house? It's supposed to go on a telephone. Oh, I forgot to tell you. They were going to route it through a tree, so that, but it would still go over my house through the tree that's about 30 feet away. I'm going, no. You're not putting a wire through a tree over my house. And the vehicle guy goes, okay. So I got there about 8, just after I put my sneakers on. And then as I was putting my sneakers on, I was thinking of that movie with Lloyd Bridges. I got it. This is a true story. Because he was really upset that I didn't want him. It's not his house, it's his girlfriend's house. And he only spends 3 months a year there. And there's another guy that spends 3 months a year there. And there's another guy that spends 4 months a year there. So I was thinking about telling him, what are you wasting your time arguing with me? You're only here 3 months. There's another guy that's here 4 months. But I didn't do that. But I wanted to. But so I'm putting my sneakers on. I'm thinking of Lloyd Bridges in that movie Airplane. I just got home from court, and I'm thinking of Lloyd Bridges when he said, and he was chain smoking, and the water was flowing. I think it was he was chain smoking, or the water. He was chain smoking. I think he goes, and he was like, when the plane was going to crash, he's going, well, I picked a really bad time to quit smoking. And I'm going to myself, that guy picked a really bad time to be yelling at me. He was not and that there was no altercation, but don't be yelling. No reason for you to yell. I'll come out. I'll talk to you outside. And I did. He was very kind. He was very congenial. And I said to him, sir, tomorrow, if they want to go up on my roof and they want to stand on my roof to work, holding, putting a wire through a tree somehow, whatever, they can do that in the morning when it's light out, but I have no insurance. And he's going, well, it doesn't matter. And I'm going, well, will you let them do it on your house? He goes, it's not my house that we're talking about. I'm going, and that's right. It's my house that we're talking about. And you're not running a wire over my house at night, walking around on my roof. You're not doing that. I don't have insurance for that. And, for other people working on the property, I don't have insurance for third parties. When I build the hotel, I'm going to hire a contractor. He'll have the insurance. He'll be the contractor, and I'll just work with the men. But for now, you can do that in the morning. You can have them come back in the morning, but not at night. So he was okay with that. All right, so I'm going to go back to the comments. Where's Warren? I hope Warren is still here. John Boone Bean, welcome to the machine. Ed Lippett, problem is I can run rings around him. Ed, please, Ed, please do me a favor. Send me a Globe cell number and we'll talk. Okay? That would be great. I'm serious. Really serious. Send me a Globe cell number. I have a Globe landline where I can call unlimited Globe. I could spend 10 hours a day on Globe cell phones. So if you send me your Globe telephone number, Paige High, Paige High is an actual doctor, and Paige High confirmed one of the stories that I told, that if you want, there's my friend now. If you want, when I said you can't buy Band-Aids in any drugstore or pharmacy in the Philippines or in Bohol, and Paige High, as a doctor, he inquired for oversized Band-Aids, like 1.5 by 4 or 3 by 4 or 3 by 5 or 4 by 6s. Can't buy Band-Aid brands, but you can't buy any self-adhesive bandage of any size bigger than this. This Band-Aid, this size here, You can't buy a Band-Aid this big. They're smaller than the side of this little drive here. And you can't buy anything bigger than that. Like in America, they have bandages that are this big, bandages that are this big, bandages that are that big. You cannot buy a self-adhesive. So Paige High will tell you that. I told you the truth about that. It seems like an insignificant thing, but if you have a dressing that you have to put on your foot, or you have a tendency to get scrapes and scratches that get infected, and you're coming to the Philippines, you better buy a supply of Band-Aids, bandage, whatever ones that you want. You can't buy them here. Then I went to 23. That's 23 stores, just because I could, because I was in the city, and not one had a bandage bigger than not one had a Band-Aid this big. And in the hospital, they don't have Band-Aids like this either. They use gauze and tape. Okay, so John Boonbean, welcome to the machine. Ed Lippett, please send me, go to one of my more obscure videos. Oh, just send it to me on Facebook. Send me your Globe telephone number. I will tell you a story that'll make you laugh, but I can't tell it here. John, Escape, you always say that. Thank you. Mike, without a doubt, your live stream is the best. It's a great community here. Yeah, I just was writing about that, how my community are all real people, but we won't talk about that. And that they're all friends, and anybody that wants to. Now, I asked Ed Lippett for his telephone number, but everybody else's phone number I have, except Sasha. But he's a member of my Patreon community, so I have his email. I may have even called Sasha. It may have happened. Well, I know I call Captain Dave. Dave and I talk, and his wife Aggie. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have everybody's phone number or email address on my page, except somebody who's new to the page for the day. All right, so we're going to find that Ed Lippett. Yeah, so that answer your question, Jack Thompson. I have Brutally Lauren blocked. What is that, the girl that you asked me the name of? Yeah, because she wouldn't give me Nika's phone number in the Philippines or email address. And wasn't that she wouldn't give it to me, but she lied about whether or not she had it. That's it. We're done. She lied. It's not even complicated. And I needed it, and I wanted it, and I requested who it was for, and who it was for. I was never going to call Nika, but a person of authoritative nature in the Philippines wanted to speak with Nika. And I said I'd reach out, but I couldn't guarantee it. But Brutally Lauren said, no, I don't have that information. Yeah, okay, well, now you don't have access to my channel. There, how you like that? You lie to me, I don't really have much to do with you after that. That guy from Cebu that's all over the place trying to make a name for himself, he's just doing that because of the content. He's only going to the other guy's channel and Big Kevin's channel. He's all the guy. He from an advertising point of view, he's doing everything right, going to the most dramatic, drama-filled channels, and then pretending to be friends with them just so that everybody will go against him, so people will go to his channel. I have never been to his channel. I've been to his channel once 3 weeks ago for a minute, or 2 weeks ago when he put that picture of me up with the big glasses. Warren, are you still here, Warren? Are you still here, Warren? So I wouldn't go to his. I wouldn't give him a view. I don't like him, and he's a liar too. He lied about, and he'll never get unblocked. Now, he says he doesn't care, and that's good that he doesn't care, because it ain't never going to happen. There's only one way for that guy in Cebu to get unblocked, It's to make a video similar to this. Mr. Michael Fazio, I apologize profusely for lying in your live stream comments as to why, or in Big Kevin's live streams comments, as to why I got blocked on your channel. I stated on Big Kevin's channel, I got blocked on Michael Fazio's channel because I said hello. That's a bold-faced lie. That's lie number 2. But look, so on my channel, he was making commentary, and I said, don't. What he does is he subjugates the entire channel comment section, and he will post, literally, he will post a comment every 45 seconds to a minute until you're the only people on the chat window that are talking to anybody. They're not talking to the host anymore. They're communicating with him. Then he goes on the live stream live, and now he takes over the live stream. He's not doing that to me. That's my channel. He could do it on Big Kevin's channel if he wants. He could do it anywhere else he wants. He can't. So he did the same modus operandi as he did the Big Kevin on several occasions, and then goes on the live stream. He's looking for views, and from an advertising point of view, he knows how to do it. Create drama, get you put in one video he posted in Big Kevin's channel. It was 63 comments in a minute. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's an obsession at that point. But he took over Kevin's live stream, and then he got on live. This is when he was first playing games on the internet. But he was doing that to me to try to get me to respond to him. And I was reading his comments and getting sidetracked. And I said, no, I said, dude, you're not going to do that to me. You can post, I tell you what, I'll give you permission to post anything you want, but you cannot mention anybody's name or channel name. That's my rules. You don't like my rules, then get off the channel. I don't care. I don't allow that. And I said, now I'm not going to watch your videos, your comments, but I won't allow you to comment unless you break the rules. I didn't say break the rules. So here's what I did. So I was here, and I went to the bottom of the page, let's say, right? And his last comment of like multiple comments was down here somewhere. Okay, so he had like 30 comments, not 30, but he had 10 comments in this section here, from here to where I am here. So I went to the bottom to look at anything new, and he was down here. And I said, look, you can leave all the comments you want. I'm not going to address your comments at all. Just don't leave anybody's name or channel name. And with that, I took the bar, I scrolled it back up to where I was. And when I was done reading this comment here, by accident, by complete accident, I pushed this blue arrow, which everybody does by accident. And it went down to the bottom. And on the bottom, I saw his comment, this liar from Cebu, saying, I know that you and such by name are having a fight, and that you're involved with this, that, and the other thing. And I went, I just told you don't do that. I just told you don't do that. Now I'm going to your channel, and I click the bars. I'm blocking you, and I did, and you're never coming back. So now, like I said, he wants to come back on my channel. He will say, I so-and-so of this channel, his channel, the big channel, I profusely, I'm going to make him put the word profusely apologize to Michael Fazio for lying on Big Kevin's live stream, that in fact I said that Michael Fazio blocked me because I said hello. And that is not the truth. The truth is, I mentioned a name and a channel name after Mr. Fazio. Call me Mr. Fazio too. The truth is that if Mr. Fazio, sure, you don't have to call me Mr. Fazio. I don't really care about that kind of crap. But I went on Michael Fazio's show, and I did exactly what he said don't do. And that's why I got blocked. And I profusely apologized to Michael Fazio. And then I'll unblock you. Anything short of that, have a nice day. I don't care about you. You don't care about me. We don't care about him. You don't care about anybody. You're just a very good entrepreneur when it comes to advertising. This is your shtick. You know that drama creates views, and you're good at that. But you lied to me, and anybody that lies to me, we're done. There's not even. I could have family members, and if I know they have something and I ask them about it, they don't have to give it to me, but they can't tell me they don't have a specific tool, or they can't come because they have to watch a football game. They can't help me on Sunday. When I help them move furniture into their new house for 3 days, and then I ask them, can you give me a hand for a couple hours? I want to move a boat. Oh, no, I'm watching a football game. We're done. We're done. It's not. I don't have a tolerance for that kind of crap. All right, so Ed Lippert goes back to that other fella. I can run rings around. I'm sure you could. Led, you give me your telephone number, send it on Messenger. We will have a couple of laughs. I guarantee it. John says my stream is the best. Thank you, John. And this is the best and great community here. Well, I guess if you looked at it like that, yeah. I mean, Big Kevin has a couple of people that communicate with each other. PA Trucker talks to Kevin and a few other people. There might be some other communication between some other people and some other people, but I think there is a couple of people that communicate on Big Kevin's, but nothing like it is here. So Jack Thompson says, so happy to see you, Warren, in the side chat. It's a great sign. Yes, sir. I was so happy to see Warren yesterday. 2 nights ago, two days ago. Jack Thompson, hey, brutally Lauren. He's exposed for the liar that she is. Now, she may not lie today or tomorrow, or she may never lie again for the rest of her life. But when you lie to me and you're my friend, or I need something from you, and I tell you I'm in need, please help me, and you lie to me about what you can and can't do, you can just say, I can't help you. I don't want to help you. I don't want to give you that piece of information. 2 thumbs up. I give you credit for that. But to tell me you don't have it after you made the world know that you and Nika were friends, you lied, and you're done. It's like one of those shoe leather steaks. Dennis Adams with the limerick. Oh boy, wordsmithified Dennis Adams. I stopped eating all salt, all soy sauce, 90% of the sugar. Absolutely nothing with MSG in it. And I can see the words on the screen. My vision actually cleared up. Dennis Adams with wordsmithing. He or it is a liar, crier, and now in the deep fryer. Thank you, Dennis. That's probably something Dennis remembers from childhood. And Ed Lippert says, Michael doesn't block anyone unless they need it. And I don't unblock them once they got blocked. If I make a mistake and get a guy's name wrong and block the guy by mistake, it happened last week. I unblocked him. Now, I don't even know if the man was telling me the truth, but he gave a reasonable story, and I unblocked him because I wasn't sure, and I apologized to him. But typically, if you're on my block, you're on my block list. Whoa, here we go. We're down to the wordsmith. The wordsmith is back, Scott Del Fuego. I'm gonna put my glasses on for this one, but first. First, the wordsmith is back. The great Scott Del Fuego, another member, and I might say a very generous member of my Patreon account, Mr. Scott Del Fuego. And a Fazio block is like when the native... Okay, well, start again. I'm having trouble with my cursor. Hold on. A Fazio block is like when a Native American broke the serious mores of the tribe. That's right. Banned and shunned. You are left to fend for yourself in the cold and empty electron fields of the YouTube wilderness. All right. So the wordsmith, this man is an amazing man. So A Fazio block is like when a Native American broke the serious mores of the tribe, period. Banned and shunned, comma. You are left to fend for yourself in the cold and empty electron fields of YouTube wilderness. Well, God, that's like 3 levels up from anything I could write. I mean, even on my best day, I never wrote anything like that. The mores of the tribe, as if I know what mores are only because I read the dictionary. But those are words that have dual meaning, of course. Well, more is I have more. More can only be used in the singular syntax of singular, but someone that's not highly educated, mores could be, a misprint or a Scrivener's error. Scrivener's error. Does anybody know what a Scrivener's error is? Could cost you a lot of money to have a Scrivener's error. A Fazio block. So we'll go again. A Fazio block is like when a Native American broke the serious mores of the tribe, banned and shunned. You are left to fend for yourself in the cold and empty electron fields of YouTube wilderness. From the great wordsmith Scott Delfago again. Never again to enjoy the warmth, community, and safety of Michael Fazio's band of brothers. Yeah, we don't need that crap. It just takes away from the community. And to be honest, I mean, if we're going to be honest here, and I'm telling you the truth, I don't like her content. It's not bad content, and there are people for that kind of content, but it's not something I would watch. I did watch one video, 2 videos of Brutally Lauren in her car, having coffee and putting makeup on her way to work. And I also watched 2 videos like that. And I watched another video of, and I do believe it was an African-American woman. And Brutally Lauren was explaining, and I'm not, if it's not Brutally Lauren, I apologize, but I'm pretty sure it was this Brutally Lauren channel. She was explaining something about the humut. And the humut is a smell. It's not a bad smell. It's not a good smell. It's just like when you smell like, if you smell bacon cooking like on a barbecue or on the stove you're in the living room and you smell somebody starting to fry up bacon, that's humut, H-A-M-U-T, humut. Now, it could be a good humut, it could be a dakol humut, it could be gamay humut, but humut is smell. So it could be a pleasant smell, it could be ma'ayo kayo humut, or if the humut, if the smell is bad, it's baho, B-A-H-O, baho. So baho is something that you might smell coming out of a sewer line, a sewer pipe. So baho is bad smell. Humut is just a smell. So on Brutally Lauren's channel, she was talking about this African-American woman's body odor or humut. Now, I would never make a video like that. It wouldn't be something I would want to make a video about. But when I saw that video, that was the last time I ever watched her channel. I would never watch a channel like that. Just like, now I like Flying Circus, but I watched the one video called Spurnips, and I'll never watch another one. And there's no reason to watch that for me. But for everybody should experience it once. Because this Spurnip recipe is it's an amazing thing. We're not going to, let's not minimize what a Spurnip is. I guarantee you go to Flying Circus's channel. I guarantee it. I guarantee you will not only remember what a Spurnip is, how it was made, how long it takes to make, and how you cook it. I am telling you that if you go to Flying Circus channel, you're going to learn something that you never saw before, because I think this guy is the creator of Spurnips. He's the original artist of, I swear, I'm not lying to you. Pinoy Ahoy, welcome to the machine. Thank you for stopping by. I don't get around anymore on YouTube. I cut out YouTube. I have 2 other projects, and now next week 3. I'm going to Cebu next week. It's probably Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I have something I want to do. I actually want to have dinner with some friends, and that's one thing I'm going to do at the restaurant called 101 in Cebu. It's a buffet. Last time I went there, it was 786 pesos for a buffet from 6 to 10. And we went and got there at 10 to 6 and stayed there till 9:30. And I was with Daisy and then my other friends there. And I haven't seen them in a while. And actually, I want to go pay them a visit and see some things that they're doing over there. And that's what I want to do. So I'm going to go to Cebu. I don't know if it's going to be Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, but it's going to be sometime within the next 10 days. But that is planned. Okay. Thompson says, I would get on a plane and fly to the Philippines if Michael needed help. Fact, probably would. Jack is a man. A man's man. Probably there's 2 or 3 people that would help me in any way, shape, or form. And if I had the ability, I would return the favor. I mean, it's not like uncommon for men to go out of the way for other men. And Jack and I have talked on the phone many times, and we were this close to meeting in New York, and same with another gentleman on here, and the other man had a family member that became sick, and they needed attention, and we had planned this for like 6 or 7 months. And I said, well, if you can get to New York, I have an extra room in my house. You can stay here. And he never made it. We never got to see each other. And then instead, one lonely farmer came to my house. And we hung out in New York for the day. And then we went up to Pennsylvania. So, and that was, I said, look, I only have time to meet one person from the time, well, people, but the time was nearing the end, and I had other stuff to do, packing and sorting stuff out. Thank you, Jack. Yeah, I like I don't watch Big Kevin's live stream start to finish. Okay. I'll go there, I'll say great live stream. I actually physically give him a thumbs up. I tell him what number it is, # such and such, good luck. Have a nice day, and I disappear because I like solitude and quiet. I actually enjoy that more than being around a lot of people. I like being around a lot of people because I like clowning around. I enjoy that. And in fact, when I was in the courthouse, I went into another division because I get into these places by people when I'm making a video. They go, are you a YouTube blogger? And I'm going, yeah. They go, you want to come in and say hello? And they actually invite me in the door. And turns out both times I was invited into the establishment, they were both the executive in that branch of the establishment. And on Big Kevin's channel, when there's too much back and forth, first of all, I'm not going to listen to that girl sing. Okay. I want her to make money, though. I want people to go there and give her money because this girl is doing what she is capable of doing to earn an honest living. Okay. Let's just be clear on that. But and I'm grateful that I heard her sing because I everybody, I'm not going to slight Daisy, but Daisy could sing so. Some songs she sang really, really good, but some songs were a little bit off key. But I'm grateful that I saw the girl on Big Kevin's show sing because now I know that it could have been worse. Daisy, I bought Daisy a karaoke machine. She said, I like karaoke. I says, oh yeah, okay. And this was like 2 years ago, and I said, what do you want a karaoke? No, I don't want a karaoke machine. Okay. And I went to the city. Actually, I went to the city to buy this screen. So it's going on 2 years. This big screen, and I paid 29,000, 20, I don't know, 23,000, 29,000. That's a nice screen. Maybe I didn't pay that much. 19,000 pesos, 19,000 pesos. Anyway, in the store, they had a karaoke machine. And I said, give me this. I'll take the karaoke machine home, but you got to deliver the screen in a truck. And I brought it home, and she loved it. I still have it, but I'm going to tell you something. Daisy loved to sing. Some songs she could sing good. Some songs a little bit off key. But that other girl, that other girl made Daisy sound like Madonna, or whatever some of those singers, the names are. Madonna, the pretty girl that Flying Circus has on his channel with the pole dancer, the real pretty African American or Spanish American woman. I forgot her name. And yeah, Daisy, when Daisy would put the karaoke machine on, I never left the house. I would not disrespect her like that, but I would egg her on to practice. I just loved watching her sing. I didn't enjoy the singing sometimes, but now that Big Kevin has that lady on the show, to clear it up, the lady cannot sing well. Okay, there's no doubt about that. But here's the crux of the matter. She's trying to earn an honest living. And nobody should take that away from her. Nobody. And we have people that are trying to take it away from her. I will not listen to rap music. I won't listen to pop rock, pretty much. I like Pink Floyd. I like Led Zeppelin. I like the classics. But I won't listen. Now, if that lady was my wife or my girlfriend, I probably would tolerate it as well as I listened to Daisy. But to be honest, I think Daisy sang better than she did. But that's not to take anything away from her. Look, the girl, I'm not even being facetious. I'm not putting her down in any way, shape, or form. If people want to go there and super chat that woman or go to her channel, which I've never been to her channel yet, and I have no intention of going there. But I think that it's okay, because what is the girl? She's not doing anything wrong. In fact, she's given it her best shot to earn money to support her family without doing something illegal. Okay? Well, that's a win-win situation. That woman's not doing anything wrong. That woman is just trying to, and she's learning a new business. She might get good at this and become a famous blogger. But I won't listen to that singing. That's when she starts singing, I just mute it, read the comments. But I don't really have time to watch. If I do watch Big Kevin's show, I put it on. You'll be amazed. Big Kevin, and I always give him a thumbs up. You could go look at my thumbs up history, wish him well, and I leave, because I don't enjoy some of the things that he has on his show. He has people that are people I wouldn't, I wouldn't be social. I wouldn't be social with. So why, if I'm not going to be social with you in real life, I'm not going to listen to you on YouTube either. Okay, so John escaped. It's John. Okay, so John and I talked about this on the phone. Yeah, John says it sounded like a needle going across the record. That would be a blessing compared to some of the stuff. I mean, but she's trying, and you got to give her an A for effort. And not only that, she's doing okay at it. She's actually, She's not really berating anybody or belittling anybody. She's not much into the drama, but she does, she does get her digs in there towards that other guy. Hey, 222 Fox, 4 a.m. here in the UK. Just woke up. All is okay. Now, 222 Fox 1 and I met, and we made some videos in Alona Beach, took a nice hike. And then he was with me when I got ran over by the jet ski. And that other guy that says I never got run over by the jet ski. I wish that he would have said that in person to 222 Fox 1, because 222 Fox 1 is another real man out there working, risking his life and limb. 222 Fox 1 is. He's a lumberman, a timberman. Now he used to climb trees, but I thought he was bigger than me, but it turns out I was bigger than him. We looked in a window as a mirror in front of McDonald's. So he's almost as big as I am. So climbing trees, for him, it's out of the question. For me, just give me my climbing gear and I'll go. But he wished that he would run into the other guy. Also, he had something he wanted to say to the other guy. We'll just leave it at that. So 222 Fox is now, he works for a tree trimming company, and he operates one of the most dangerous tools in the world, a tree chipper, a big one, that you put big stumps in, put like an 18-inch log in, it comes out sawdust. That's what 222 Fox does for a living. Thanks for stopping by. It was a pleasure meeting you. Okay, John Escape says, I'm losing my eyesight. Jack Thompson says, I support certain channels by stopping by and giving a thumbs up. LaRue is my latest fun channel. Okay, so LaRue Seagrass. Okay, I went to LaRue Seagrass' channel last night, Jack, and she was speaking in her native language. And the comments were turned off. So I couldn't, it wasn't last night. It was 3 o'clock this morning. So some of her videos are only in her dialect, so I can just push the thumbs up button. But you can tell her I did stop by her latest video. She does 2 or 3 days. She's the most pleasant, well-mannered person on YouTube. Very God-fearing woman. Always says good morning, host, good afternoon, host, good evening, host. May I be excused, host. LaRue Seagrass. Jack, if you want to post her a link from her channel, you're welcome to post it here with her name on it. You're a wrench, so you can do that. She's a sweetheart. John Escape says, yes, Jack, LaRue is great. She talks 1,000 miles an hour. Wow, she's just a sweetheart of a woman. Yeah, and I've watched a few of her shows in Versailles. That's how much I like her. I don't understand it all. That's right. She's just trying to make a few dollars. And if Kevin makes, you're welcome, 222 Fox. You're absolutely welcome. If either one of those women, if they're making an honest living on YouTube, why would you have to reduce yourself to the lowest common denominator, sludge, and make fun? Even though I don't like Brutally Lauren, if she made money on her channel, I don't know about it, but if she made money on her channel, she's just trying to make a living. And if she's doing something that's not illegal, then she should be able to make a living. But I don't contribute to her because she lied to me. So the other woman, I don't like her voice, so I won't watch it. And she's friends with a guy that lied to me. So it's like 2 strikes already. And Big Kevin, I like Big Kevin. Big Kevin has a great sense of humor. And he's actually quite funny. But here's what I was getting at this. When you want to watch Big Kevin's show, this is what you want to do. Good. John says, yes, Jack, I always send a super chat to LaRue. She's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. She does nothing. She's just God bless in the world, but she means it from her heart. She's not a charlatan. When they're making a living, she's just trying to make a living. Now, because I don't like her friend, because her friend's a liar, by the way, that big guy in Cebu, just bold-faced liar. I heard he made stories about some sort of cult. I don't have time. I don't really care what he says. His life, he's a entrepreneur in the advertising world. He knows about advertising, and drama makes for good advertising, and that's what he did. He went on to the worst channel, in my opinion, on YouTube history, and he became friends with that man. And everybody, well, who is this guy that's sticking up for that guy? And this guy must be nuts to stick up for that guy. And everybody said to this guy that guy eventually is going to throw you under the bus. And he'll never throw me under the bus. He's a good man. And he went and made up stories about who he was friends with. Another lie from the big guy in Cebu is that he was friends with Nika for 5 years. Now, I'll say it's a lie because he hasn't proven otherwise. And that he did 200,000 pesos worth of work on a house. And he's a YouTube blogger and never took a video of any of the work. And I said, look, I don't believe that you don't have a video of the work you working on her house. I don't want to call you a liar, but I did not see you with a video of you working on Nika's house. Now, I'm not saying you didn't, but I want to see a video. If you're going to say that you did, you're a vlogger. Everybody has a camera or a cell phone. You did 200,000 pesos worth of work on a house and you didn't make a video of it? I have trouble believing that. So show me a video. And I waited 5 or 6 days for a response. And after that, I called him out on it again. And he goes, I have pictures posted on my page of me and Nika in a swimming pool. What? Really? Dude? Really? I asked you for video from 3 to 5 years ago of you doing work on Nika's house, and you tell me you have pictures of you in a swimming pool with Nika recently, and that is your proof that you did work on Nika's house? Really? I don't see the comparison. So not only is he a liar, bold-faced liar, but I think he is bakakun ka, which means liar in Visaya, and a storyteller with a big, giant, steaming, cow pie. Follows him around in front of him like a carrot before a horse. Jack says, I've noticed your super chats to John Escape. She gets excited. She does mention my channel a lot. She's a sweetheart. I wish I had more time. Talking about time, is Warren still here? Warren, are you still here? I need to get more water. Please let me know if you're still here, Warren. Oh, no, Warren had my mistake. I apologize. Warren told me he's on his way to a meeting at 10:30. So 10:30 my time to 1:30. I guess he meant 10:30, right? Because 10:30 his time is already gone. Okay, so he won't be back. He left half an hour ago. All right, don't answer the question. All right, I got to get water. And I'm going to turn this aircon on for a minute. Yep. That's cold. Gave my throat a numbie. All right, so we have established that the guy that said that I was anxious. I'll use the word anxious. There was angst in the courtroom. There was angst coming from myself. I'll admit it. There was angst. But when all was said and done, I heard stories that worked against me. Well, that hasn't been determined yet. But I did speak to the man in charge, whose name I won't mention. And I actually physically apologized right after my angst was moved to the next one notch up. And he said in front of everybody, he said, it's not a problem. In these kind of proceedings, people's emotions run high. Something to that effect. And he's right. And when I went back to the other office, the agency that works with me, they said that's normal. I mean, they were like absolutely positive that that's a normal, an outburst of emotions because of nerve-wracking situation when you're dealing with nonsense. And I don't mean what I'm involved with is nonsense. What I'm listening to is nonsense. Could be frustrating. I got flustered. Believe me, I said it before. I wasn't upset. I wasn't even close to being upset. Could have got upset, but that was the wrong place to be upset. But the way you hear it explained, you would think they were getting ready to put me in handcuffs. Well, all I did was, I got a little excited. I think my blood pressure went up about. I wasn't in the courtroom. I was in front of a different, before the court proceeding. Yeah. So, people get upset everywhere. Now, that's like when I was going to be a police officer and I went to school for that, in Indian River Community College, they're just like they do in the service, they make you stand there and people abuse you. But there's really not much on the line there. Leave it at that. So, with that, it's 12 o'clock already. I got to get back to, I have something on outside. And like I said, sometime next week, I doubt it'll be Monday or Tuesday. I really want it to be in Cebu Monday or Tuesday. I'm shooting for that, but I don't know that that'll happen. I'm waiting for an email to confirm a date, but we were shooting for Monday, Tuesday, and if not Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, but I don't see any mail for that. No internet connection. Hold on a minute. Well, I'm trying to figure it out because somebody in Cebu said they wanted to meet. If I know that they wanted to meet me, I could set up an appointment to meet them. That's why I'm announcing that I'm going to Cebu. If you want to meet me, I have no problem meeting you at all. I don't really care. You got me mistaken for somebody else. Hold on, I'm looking for something. Huh. Hold on a minute. Somebody requested. Somebody requested something that I have available. I think Warren just sent me an email. I apologize, but I need to get this done. And somebody asked me a question. Well, if I pushed the buttons a long time ago. No. All right, let's edit the video. I just got to do. I got to change something on YouTube. If you know, it's not an important thing for you, but it's important for somebody else. Maybe the reason. No, that's all right. Just another like 60 seconds. I'll be here. I don't know why that. If it shows up as a what a my internet is just working like garbage, man. I'm waiting 10 or 15 seconds for for a video. I mean I'm waiting 10 or 15 seconds for my email to change from sent to inbox. That's ridiculous. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 seconds. We have a little love going on here too. We have some love. Hold on. I want to see who loves me now. Nice. Let's see. I apologize, but I also have other stuff to do today. I only wanted to come on to talk about Warren. Well, she's gone. Okay. So back to the inbox one more time. All right. Well, somebody just sent me mail for a request I made this morning and last night. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. I will look into that. That will work. Thank you very much. I know that you're listening. And I'm going back to the live stream now. Thank you for the mail. Excuse me. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if there's anything else that I'm talking about today. Yeah, my eyes, I was actually able to see the letters on the screen. I eliminated salt. I eliminated any possibility of MSG, except I just have about 20 of these crackers twice a day, and I had my 20 already today, twice. They have MSG in them, but such a small amount. And I eliminated salt, no soy sauce now over 10 days. And I'm actually able to see the letters on my screen. Now, they're a little fuzzy, but it made a difference. And Dr. Clark Henderson, who's also a member of my community here, he said, well, my foot healed up since I stopped. Now, the last time I drank alcohol, on a regular basis, was when Daisy was still here up till August. We always kept Well, I buy alcohol by the case. So, but I do that because I go to a lot of parties around here on the block, and I'm not going to give them money when I go to the party. Although if I go to a funeral, I give them money, but I will give them 1 or 2 or 3 bottles of rum. So, or tequila. It doesn't, whatever I was buying. And so we had alcohol in the house, but mostly I used it for reasons besides drinking. Mostly I used, Daisy and I both had 1 shot before we went to sleep. It's only 40 proof tequila, 80 proof rum though. And so if I couldn't sleep, I would drink 1 shot of rum or 2 shots of tequila. But I used the rum tequila on my mosquito bites instead of using hydrogen peroxide, which kills the bacteria of a mosquito bite right away. But this is, I think this was 59 pesos. It was cheap. It was like $1.20 or something like that. Yeah, 59, doesn't say, but instead of using this, the hydrogen peroxide, I just bought rum, which is probably the same price. Now they don't measure it in millimeters anymore. It's 10 volumes of antiseptic disinfectant. What a bunch of 500 milliliters. Okay. So this is a lot cheap. Actually, this is cheaper than the damn alcohol, but you can't drink this. Anyway, I stopped drinking alcohol. Okay, so when I was drinking the alcohol with Daisy, just 1 or 2 shots, my feet were getting sharp pains in my feet, and the infection would not clear up. Since I 100% no alcohol until last week, from August, September, October, November, December, January, 5 months, 0 alcohol. Last week, I bought a bottle of tequila because I was supposed to go to a party, but it won't go to waste. And good night, John. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks for the super chat. Thank you very much, John. You have a nice evening. John has a really cool job, but I can't tell you what it is, but he has a really cool job. Thanks, John. Say hello to the missus. Last week I bought a bottle of alcohol. So now my foot is 100% healed up. The skin is gone. All the wounds on the shins that would not heal. I told Dr. Clark Henderson what I stopped eating, the MSG, the soy sauce, the salt. He said, and that how it healed up and the sensations coming back in the skin. And it was a what Dr. Clark Henderson called it a compartmentalized bacteriological infection. But I figured out what was preventing it from healing. I just eliminated the foods one at a time from my diet, which I eliminated everything. Okay, no bread, no candy, no sugar, no soy sauce. When I stopped the soy sauce and the salt, it stopped hurting, stopped getting sharp pains. And the alcohol. The alcohol was poisoning my body from the inside out, and not a joke. So let's just say first week of August, I stopped drinking. So about 10 or 12 days ago, I bought a bottle of tequila, and they didn't have a party because it rained. And I said, you know what? I'm going to drink some tequila. Could have just dropped it off at the house, but they never had a party. And I drank, I guess I had, now it's 40 proof, so it's not that strong. I guess I had about 7 shots from over the course of 2 days, maybe 7 shots, like 3 one day and 4 the next day. But that was to go to sleep because I drank coffee after 6 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't go to sleep. Both days it was to go to sleep. But I drank the coffee late. If I drink coffee at 6 o'clock in the morning, I can go to sleep at 10 o'clock at night. But if I drink coffee at 10 o'clock in the morning, that's 4 hours more. I have to stay up. If I drink coffee at 10 o'clock at night, I'm not going to sleep that night. So I drank 3 shots one night and then 4 shots the next day to go to sleep. Not at the same time, 2 at 9 o'clock, and then I woke up at midnight, and then 2 more at midnight. The morning I woke up, it felt like somebody was sticking my foot with a needle. The alcohol actually caused the pain to come back in the nerves on the top of my foot. And it could only have been the alcohol. So I put it away for a couple of days, and then I finished it with a friend of mine a couple of days later. We just had a few shots together. But the alcohol, good night, Jack Thompson. Oh, good night, John Escape. Okay, hold on. Right. Good night, John Escape. Thanks for stopping by. I said that already. Right. I used the process of elimination, Scott, to find what was keeping the wounds. Okay. Yes, I did that, but it was not on purpose at first. Okay. My wound was from April. It was almost a year old when I got to New York City, and it wasn't healing. It just got worse and better and worse and better, but it wasn't healing. And they couldn't find an infectious part of the wound. The tests that I had didn't show any kind of major infection, but it was an open, raw flesh wound. It just wouldn't heal. It didn't hurt anymore, but it just wouldn't heal. And sometimes it was this big, and sometimes it was bigger, sometimes it was smaller, but it would, and I just kept the dressing on it and went about my business. But when I went to New York, I got there March 1st. And by the end of the month of March, the wound was gone. It was healed up. And by April, the end of April, when I left New York, there was no wound. It was just clean white skin. Okay, so I knew that something I was eating in the Philippines was preventing it. So when I got back to the Philippines, that's when I did the trial of elimination. It turned out it was salt. I believe they're putting something in the salt, or there's something in the salt that prevented the wound from healing, because now, I haven't used any salt at all in 45 days. No, 4 or 5 days, excuse me. And it, it's every little piece of it is gone. It's just like normal skin again, a little discolored. But when I got back from New York, as soon as I got back from New York, 2 weeks later, the wound opened up again. There is a bacteria in there, and it is from a welding burn that both Daisy and I had the same wounds on our foot. Hers healed faster because she was 25 years old. But I'm telling you, the food in the Philippines with all this magic masarap and MSG and all the salt and all the garbage they put in the food, so when I got back to the Philippines on May 3rd, by the end of May, the wound was open again. I knew it was the food. And I went on 100% distilled water in New York, because that's where my distiller is, and I don't drink anything but distilled water now. I have 1 cup of coffee at 5:30 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and I have one, and then I drink distilled water all day. And I drink several bottles, as you'll notice. Now, I have to apologize to that guy who can't find any good in anything, because now this is actually my second bottle since I've sat down, and I still haven't gone to the bathroom. Now, I heard him once complain, he drinks 3 bottles of water when he doesn't go to the bathroom. That's not human. What the hell? It means I have a good system. But he can complain about anything, that guy. He can find he can find fault with everything. And that's because of the nature of the beast. All right. Scott. I just moved those videos of her wound, same exact wound. We both got the same burns on the same day, pretty much. We were doing some industrial grade welding. It was very hot, and we were switching off, and neither one of us I had sneakers on, and she had thongs. And I said, what are you doing? You got to put sneakers on at least. But we did not have long pants. Neither one of us had long pants. So we both got burns. We were putting teeth on the bucket of a machine, a special teeth. And we both got burns. It was so hot. I don't have any long pants, but that's how hot it was. And we both got burns. Scott, if you remind me in a private message, I'll send you the pictures of Daisy's foot. Or there may even be videos up if you look at Daisy's. Tell you what, let's see. I might have, I have videos of Daisy's foot, but I don't know that they're ever been public. But Daisy had the exact same wound as I did, same size, same thickness, through all 7 layers of skin, wouldn't heal. I do believe it took 4 months for Daisy's wound to heal up, 4 or 5 months. I'm just going to put wound in my, I'm not going to show you my screen. I have other videos up there, but hold on. If I can, what? Just one? That's impossible. All right, I'll go back. I searched for it too, and it should have. This is a pretty good search engine. The new WOUND. Wound. Okay, no wound. No, I just have mine. Okay, I never made a video of Daisy's foot, or if I do, it's set on something else. But I can't show you my wound on YouTube because that guy flags it every time, and it will get demonetized because it is pretty nasty looking thing. So, Scott, if you ask me for pictures of Daisy's foot, I'll show you the same wound on her foot as I had on my foot, but in a different place. But from the same day, from the same welding rod. Okay. That's yeah, open, painful. Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right, Scott. It was. She did have hers first, right? She did have hers first. You're absolutely correct about that. Such a long time ago. Wow, that's God, it's going on 2 years ago that happened. Yeah, that's right. She had hers first on her ankle, and then I got mine, and hers was almost healed. That's right. Hers was almost healed when I got mine, or I had mine, and it took that long. But these were just little. These were not burns, like not like third-degree burns where just little spatter burns, just tiny little spatter burns, the size of the head of a pin, and it turned into a wound on my foot that big. No exaggeration. I can't show it on here. I could, but then it'll go age restricted. Yeah. You're right. She was crying and hobbling around, and we were laughing. You're right about that. I forget. Wow, that seemed 2 years. That was a long time. Thanks for reminding me, Scott. Stuck on iPad. Oh, you're stuck on an iPad. You had to send the laptop back again to be repaired. Last Dell I buy. I have a Dell SE990 computer, not on. It lasted me 12 years. Okay. It took 2 hours, but we did get a troll. Last comment is a troll count. 2 hours and 35 minutes, and we got our first troll. All right. We'll just get rid of him. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Wait, let me call Daisy. This usually gets that guy really upset. Yo! Yo! You want candy? Candy? They don't want candy. They're in a hurry. Wow. That's the first time the kids said no, they don't want candy. I never heard them say no, they don't want candy before. They're on their way. They're on a mission. Jackson, stick welding, spatter burns go straight to the bone. Wow, it took a long time. I have, I'll tell you the name of mine. It's a 990, I think. Hold on, I have to move some. A dimension 9200, 9200, dimension 9200 tower. It still works. Well, it worked when I shut it off, but I don't know how to turn it back on. I turned it back on and it didn't work to my new screen. Actually, no, that was my other Dell screen. My Dell screen took a crap. Yeah, well, anyway, the Dimension 9200, it lasted me 13 years. Okay, Scott, I appreciate the fact that you reminded me. God, not a lot of stuff that I forget. And I remember Daisy hopping around. You're right, man. We were making fun of her. Let me call her up. I know that. Hold on a second. Oh, Scott, that reminds me. Daisy wanted to know if you had done that thing. And, you know, I don't want to mention that thing, but if you had done that. Hey, Daisy, how you doing? Oh, yeah? Okay, you want me to call you later? Okay. Well, I'm online. I just remembered. So I asked Scott if he had done that thing, and I'm waiting for a response, because when I went to call you, I was just wondering. So did you have a nice time with your mom? Okay. Do you have any data for Skype? You want to say hello to the people on YouTube? You sure? Okay, she doesn't want to say hello. All right, Scott says it's all ready. It's ready to go out. Okay. Wow. She said, wow. Okay, salamat. Thank you, Scott. Yeah. That's fine. That's good, because and then I have other stuff that I want to add to that. When I take my stuff out, I'll add her stuff, and then I'll get another box. Yeah, that'll be Jack Thompson. You go to if you can go on my live stream, you could see it. Jack Thompson sends you love. Scott says it's ready. It just needs to get picked up, and yeah. Warren is out of the hospital. Yeah, me and Warren, we talked yesterday, the day before, and we're going to talk again later. Yep, Warren is doing good. Yeah. How you doing? Exercising every day? Niwang? You look like you were, you kind of look like you were me a little bit, couple of months back. You were getting a little belly there. What do you mean? You know, no, Bakakwin. No, you know it's true. How much weight? 40. So you, what were you up to? 40. I bet you weighed 46 or 47 kilos, yeah? Really? Only maximum 44? Well, I know where it all was. It's being stored right in the belly part. I remember that. Oh, it was in the belly? Okay. All right, honey. Look, I'm going to go. And I just wanted to say hello and ask if you wanted to come on the live stream. So I'll give you a call when the live stream is over, okay? And if Warren is going to go on Skype, do you want to say hello to Warren? Okay, but don't try now. If Warren comes on Skype, he would love to say hello to you. Then you and Warren, even to say hello for 1 minute, you know? Okay. So I'll talk to you. Warren is going to be back in 2 more hours from now, or 1.5 hours. I'll talk to you in a couple hours. Dennis, wow. Dennis says, wow, he's only 38 kilos. And me, I weigh 32 kilos. Dennis, Adam. Did somebody named Joe Blow give you $200 on your birthday last year? All right, why was I put on? Last year I gave over $200 to Daisy's birthday. That might be. You remember Joe Blow? And he gave $200? Ah, that was 2 years ago. 2 years. Joe Blow, that was 2 years ago, Daisy said. Joe Blow, I apologize. See, I make mistakes. But when you said, where's Bosco? That guy Bosco was the Border Patrol agent's brother. And he was ridiculing me and mad at me because I dumped him as a wrench, Joe Blow. To be honest with you, I took him off as a wrench because I was eliminating people. Hold on, Daisy. I was eliminating people that were blocking somebody, and I eventually found out who it was. Somebody blocked over 100 of my subscribers, super chats, and Patreon members from my channel. They didn't get my notices. They didn't come to my live streams, and it was either Bosco or what was that guy's name? That Daisy, the other guy. Samuel. It was either Bosco or Samuel, and because I had six wrenches. Okay. Are you? You used to be a wrench. Did Joe Blow used to be a wrench, Daisy? Do you remember? I mean, it sounds like a troll name, but he's all right. So Daisy doesn't remember that, and I don't remember it. Sam. That's right, Samuel. Only Warren, Scott. Right. Okay. All right. So Joe Blow, hold on a minute. Daisy doesn't remember the wrench, but you remember. So anyway, Bosco and Samuel were my two most likely. Yeah, no, it was definitely Samuel. There's no doubt about it. No, that absolutely, because later on that the guy who was extorting Samuel, and it was extortion, to block people on my channel, he made a video saying, I know a guy that, that's, and he has a bad background and he doesn't want that to be exposed. And then I remember I saw that video. Okay. All right. Hold on a minute. So, all right. Well, all right, Daisy, look, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Joe Blow, I apologize. All right. Bye-bye, Daisy. Okay. So, Joe Blow is one of us. So, yeah, okay. All right. So, wait, hold on a minute. Let me get over that. Hold on a minute. Let me, I apologize because, all right. Let's see what we got here. All right. I'm just going to take your word for it at this point. But that's what happened when I had what I call the rogue wrench, because somebody was literally turned out to be Samuel, but I blocked him and Bosco at the same time. And Bosco got really upset. Why the hell do you think it's me? F you. I'm going, look, it's my channel, and now I'm going live streams, and nobody's coming to my live stream. Nobody even gets notices. I have a reason to be upset. So anytime anybody ever mentions Bosco, who he said he's never coming back, he doesn't come back. I think they're trolling me. So now I know you're not a troll. Thank you, Jack, for explaining. Dennis Adams, right. Uncle Sam, that's right. That was what his name was. Uncle Sam or Samuel. One lonely man. LOL. That's Joe Blow. I used to be an unwanted child. Now I'm wanted in 50 states. You're like that guy who believes that he has arrived. Yeah, we did, Jack. It turned out it was Samuel, but I was eliminating moderators that I knew or didn't directly know, didn't talk to on the phone. And Bosco and Samuel were both moderators that really didn't hurt me that much, but I'm putting on a live show for 2 hours and no one shows up. That's not reasonable. So anyway, what I'm going to do, Joe Blow, I apologize again. Thank you. All right, so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody all at once. Daisy said to say hello. Daisy said to thank Scott. Daisy said that if Warren comes on, she's going to go get a load, a 50 peso load. That's right, Joe Blow. That's exactly what he did. Every comment. You're right about that. I forget. A couple of years now. That's a couple of years ago. He always, the adding of the words to the comment wasn't malicious, and him blocking everybody on my channel, it really wasn't malicious. It was to save him the embarrassment of being embarrassed by that guy. And I can't really mention his name. I really can't. I want to mention his name. The guy who gets mad at me because I drink 2 bottles of water and I don't have to go to the CR. That guy. He goes, oh, you're not talking to Daisy. Daisy doesn't talk to you. Daisy, boy, does he get pissed off that I still talk to Daisy. What a joke. All right, so if Warren comes on, and Daisy's load that she's going to get works, I'll let Daisy and Warren talk. And I'll make a video of it, okay? This way. But if Daisy can get on, where she is in Davao right now, her phone works, but data for live streaming or connect to Skype is not all the time possible. So we'll do the best we can. I'll see if I can get a little video of her and Warren saying hello. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. I'm glad that we had the opportunity opportunity to give you an update for Warren, give you an update for my court appearance. There was some angst in the courtroom. Angst. I call it angst. Anything more than angst? No, there was not. It was just angst, just built up emotions. Just built up emotions. You know, when you work on a project for a long time, it becomes part of your life. You become emotional. But the gentleman in charge, he took it on like with a grain of salt. Didn't faze him in the least. And I said, "Look, I'm sorry." He goes, "It's when emotions run high in cases like this, don't worry about it." And then that was it. I forgot all about it. I forgot about it until another guy the guy who has arrived. I've arrived. He had to make like 6 videos about the angst in the courtroom and my dirty, filthy rubber shoes that had rubber sticking out of the side of the shoe. These are the shoes that were criticized on YouTube a few days ago as dirty rubber shoes that had rubber pieces sticking out of the side of the shoe. And these are brand new shoes. I only wore them that day for the first time in the courtroom. And of course, for those of you who just came on, these are another pair of dirty shoes that I wear like 3 times. So I have 2 pairs of these, and then I have a pair of gray in a box that I haven't opened up yet, a bag. So 3 new pairs of dirty rubber shoes that I can wear anywhere I want. And I was accused of wearing dirty pieces of rubber sticking out of the side of the shoe on another blogger's video who has arrived. I've arrived. I have 30. Yeah, you've arrived. All right, so I just wanted to throw that in there a little bit. I'm gonna make myself lunch. Okay, I'll do that, Jack. I'll hold on a minute. I'm gonna go to. I'll open up the window right now so I don't forget that. Yeah, I'll stop by LaRue's. I figured she was streaming because L-A-R-U. All right, LaRue Segrist. I wonder if I spelled that right. Yep, I did. Right here. So here's a channel. We can't do anything without God. Everything comes from God. Guidelines for my daily living. Be thankful and prayerful to God. Best of LaRue Segrist. It's nice to be with you. She's just a sweet person. Thank God for the beautiful afternoon, rainy morning chat. She's just a wonderful, kind, loving Filipino woman who just loves God, and she just wants to spread the word of God, and she does it in a nice way. It's really reasonable. So let's go. Let's open up LaRue's channel here. All right, she's live. Words of honor reflect our dignity. Let's see what she says. All right, we'll just do it right now. We'll just do it now, Jack. Thanks for okay, I won't put her voice on. All right. All right, so let's go over here. What happened there? Okay, so let's see. All right, I'm going to go back to my channel. I'll go back and check the comments on her channel. I don't want to put her live stream on top of mine. We'll have a copyright infringement where they'll just demonetize my video, and I just worked on this for 3 hours. So thanks for reminding me. Jack, remind me every time that we come on the remind me every time we get on the stream. Not a problem. I like LaRue. I watch her videos even though she speaks another language. I'll watch them for 4 or 5 minutes. Don't understand a word she says. I just enjoy watching her. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm going to say goodbye. Thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the machine. Goodbye from the machine. Joe Blow, you have a telephone number? I'm not asking you for the phone number now. I'm asking you if you have an American telephone number, if I can help you with some information about the Philippines, but not today, not tomorrow, not until probably Tuesday. I will not be doing anything but talking to Warren. This live stream, Sunday morning, a live stream. But other than that, my time is pretty much, I have a project I'm working on out in the back that needs to be done by Tuesday. All righty. Let's go over to the email. I'll tell you what you do. Give me the first 3 letters of your email. And I will look in my email. I'll go to compose a letter. Joe Blow, INT. Okay, hold on. Okay. Wow, this it's unbelievable. No, nothing pops up. INT. All right, we'll try Joe Blow, but oh boy. Hold on. I just deleted the letters and they're still on the screen because everything is taking like 10 or 15 seconds. So what you can do, I put in Joe. Now now this is a radio announcer, Joe Bonadonna, Clear Channel, and it shows up, Joe. So I'll show you 1, 2, 3, INT. But when I put an INT and nothing shows up, there it is. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. I got it. I see it. Oh man, I'm sorry, Joe. Into tools. Okay. All right. So I'm going to send you a mail now. Just send me back your current. Wait. Okay. I'm going to click on the icon. Okay. Michael Fazio in big letters. I'm going to send it out now. Sent. Okay, so if you have an American phone number, which you do, what I want you to do, please, is send me your telephone number, and I'll give you a call if I can help you. Now, you know what? For you, if you send me your phone number now, I'll call you back right away. Right away. Like if you send your email, if you send me the email with your phone number in it, I have until, well, I have a few minutes to see what you're interested in. I can't text. I can call you on your American number. Not a problem. It's for me. It's easy. I don't text. I would never. You can text me. I ignore texts unless you don't sound like the kind of you even women, if they don't have a globe, I don't even have a conversation with them so I can talk to them. So yeah, you send me your telephone number and I'll call you right after the show. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go because if I do call Joe, that's going to take up a little bit more of my time, and then I still have I have 2 hours out in the backyard to put one more thing together for a machine I'm working on, and then I'm done for today. Just for today. I'm Bing. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you want to try to do that, and then please do. Go New York. I don't know who's. Go New York. You got it. Go New York City, baby. Nobody understands New York City unless you live there. I had a guy, a quick story, guy from France. Everybody from New York thinks New York is the greatest city in the world. Well, it is. And that's the end of my story. Umping Permy from Michael Fazio and Daisy May. Bye-bye for now. And Daisy May, and Daisy May, and Daisy May, and Daisy May. Umping Permy from Michael Fazio and Daisy May. She did say hello to everybody. We'll talk to you later. Umping Permy from Michael Fazio and Daisy May.